everybody, and welcome back to music. Today we're going to take some of the things that we learned last week and we're going to do a little bit more with them today. So make sure that you're paying attention because after today we're going to move on to some other things. So this is our last day to worry just about the note values that we're learning. So we've got, there's Harmony. If you haven't met her, she's my music puppy. She is also very helpful in holding up my whiteboards on my cart here, especially when I take her around to other classes. So we have learned some notes. Let's do a little review. We know our quarter note. So what I want to do today is a little bit different. We're going to get some practice in writing these notes, which I know we started last week, but we're going to do some more today. So if you have a blank piece of paper, a pencil, something to write on and something to write with, that's what you're going to need today, okay, to do some practice. So you can pause the video if you need to go get that, and when you're ready, come on back. All right, so what we're going to do is draw our quarter note. We know we have our head and our stem. I'm going to write on top quarter note because that's what we have, and it is also known as our ta note. And it is also one beat. So I'm going to write that all in to help me remember. All right. So anytime in this video, if you need some more time to write, just pause the video and then restart it when you're good. So once you have your quarter note, we can do the next note. The next note's going to be the half note. So I'm going to write half note on the top. And for the half note, remember we draw our head and our stem, but we leave it empty in the middle. We do not color it in like the quarter note. And that is our 2E note. And it is how many beats? It is 2 beats. So we have our ta and our 2E. Remember our claps for those is the ta and the 2E. So if we had 4 quarter notes, they would be ta, 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 ta. If we had 2 half notes, they would be 2E, 2E. All right, let's do the next one. The next one are eighth notes. Now remember, when we draw these together, we're drawing 2 eighth notes that are connected together. These are the TT, and together they are one beat. TT. They go together, one beat. Takes 2 of the eighth notes to make one beat. That's why I'm putting this, the 2 lines like connect to one beat to help you remember that these 2 are a 1 beat together. So those are eighth notes, TT. And then we also have the quarter rest, which has the same first part of the name like the quarter note, but it's a quarter rest. So we need to remember it's 1 beat of silence. I got that up there. And remember, when you draw the quarter note, you draw a Z and then a C underneath it to help you draw it. All right, so these are all the notes we are going to worry about today. If you need some extra time, let me fix my TT here. If you need some extra time, feel free to pause, like I said. Get all of these notes together on your board and make sure you know exactly which ones you're working with. All right, so I'm gonna leave that board like that so you can see it and so I can see it too to make sure we know what notes we have. And I'm gonna take one of my other boards here and we're going to draw some patterns on it, okay? Every pattern we make today is going to be 4 beats. So I'm gonna put number 4 up in my corner here to remind me every pattern we have is 4 beats. I'm gonna teach you an easy way to keep track of how many beats you are. So first of all, let's pick some notes, all right? Let's do the quarter note first. To draw your quarter note, you guys are gonna do this with me, okay? Because your assignment this week is gonna be very similar to this, and this is your practice time to get to know what we're doing, and then that way when you do your assignment, you'll know exactly what to do. So draw your quarter note first. And how many beats is a quarter note? It's 1. So I'm just gonna put a 1 underneath the quarter note because now I need to keep track of how many beats. So if there's 1 beat in my pattern, I need how many more to get to 4? I need 3 more. So let's do a half note next. How many beats in the half note? 2, so I'm gonna put a 2 under that note. And then I'm gonna do some math here. I'm gonna add 1 plus 2 is 3. We need 4, so we need 1 more, so let's do a quarter rest. And the quarter rest is 1 beat, so I'm gonna put that down there. So now we have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 beats, so we're all set. That's all we need to do. Then what you can do after this is you can clap it. So if I was going to clap this one, let me see if I could just keep it here. We would go ta, two, we, sh. Can you try that with me? Ready, go. Ta, two, we, sh. That's it. All right, let's erase and try another one. What if I did this? Let's start with a half note. How many beats in the half note? 2. I'm gonna put a 2 underneath it. Then let's do a TT, 2 eighth notes. How many beats for the TT? Together they are 1. And then let's do another half note, which is another 2. All right, now let's add them up. So we have 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Uh-oh. We only want 4. So we've got to figure out, we've got 5 beats here. We got to figure out how to make it 4. So I think what I'm going to do is take this last half note. I'm just going to color it in. If I color it in, it makes it a quarter note, which means it's only 1 beat. Now we have 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, so now we're all set. All right, let's do 1 more together, because what you're going to have to do next is create them yourself. So let's do 1 more together. Let's start with the quarter rest. So draw your Z and your C. How many beats is the quarter rest? 1. Then let's do a quarter note, ta. So draw your head, color it in. Draw your stem. How many beats? 1. And then let's do a TT, 2 eighth notes. Together they are 1 beat. Keep track, how many do we have so far? 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more. Let's do a quarter note. 1 beat. Double check, are we all set? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 beats. We're all good. Let's try clapping this one. Let's see if I can put it up there. I don't think that's good. There we go. All right. So we have sh, ta, ti, ti, ta. Can you try that? Here we go. Ready, go. Sh, ta, ti, ti, ta. One more time. Ready, go. Sh, ta, ti, ti, ta. And that's it. So what we're doing today is we're making sure that we are keeping track of how many beats is in each pattern. Sometimes we might do more, like we might want 8 beats in a pattern, or we might only want 2 beats in a pattern. But the most common is 4, and that's why we're starting with that. So you want to make sure whatever combinations you have 4 beats in it. Make sure you don't get confused if it's 4 notes, because that doesn't matter. What matters is 4 beats. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. What if we had just this? There's only 2 notes here, but how many beats are there? There's still 4. We're not counting the number of notes, we're counting the number of beats. So the next thing I'm going to do is explain your assignment. In your classwork, your assignment is pretty much just a blank piece of paper that has some numbers. You are going to do 4 beat combinations. So it'll look kind of like this. And next to each one, you're going to need to draw the number, whatever number of beats that you want, okay? So it does not matter what notes you use, you get to pick. So in each one, like if you're starting with number 1, you can pick whatever notes you want, but write the number of beats underneath it so that you can keep track. So let's say you want a quarter note. So you'll draw a quarter note. How many beats? 1. Then maybe you want the TT, 2/8 notes. So draw that. How many beats there? Just 1. And then maybe a half note. How many beats there? 2. Add it up. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. You have 4 beats. So you're good. You can double check that. You're going to do 4 different combinations. Turn it in, and I'll let you know if you've got them all right or if you need to go back and fix a couple. So make sure you do this work first. Make sure you know exactly how many beats are in each note. Double check it with mine, and then go to your assignments and you can try making 4 of your own rhythm patterns. Thanks everybody. I'll see you next week.